Two peas in a bong. Two peas in a bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas
Two peas in a bong.
Welcome to another episode of Two Peas in a Bong. It's your boy KP.
And mine is DP. Cry, eagles cry to the land of victory. Amen. Say man. What it do? It's your boy Bong, man.
So the Eagles have lost 2 in a row. First time since 2023. They lose to the Giants. Smacked 34-17. Is this panic at the disco?
Oh man. The funny thing is, and I can't wait for engineer to hop in the chat, but we ended our last stream, which was that Sunday? No, that was Monday. We ended our last stream, and engineer and DP was laughing at me talking about quantifiable stats, right? And it's when you start throwing around the word winner.
Come on, Bongstradamus. Come on.
When you start throwing around the word winner, all I remember is Russell Wilson used to be a winner, right? They used to qualify. Let me put my air quotes in there. Qualify Russell Wilson as a winner. You saw him get put in because they thought Jaxson Dart had a concussion tonight, and the coach was literally running into the medical tent saying,
Scared straight. Cam Scatterboo went into the medical tent. It got kicked out the tent.
Russell Wilson was in the game for 2 plays, bro. And the whole team is screaming, we don't give a fuck if Jaxson Dart got a concussion. Bring his ass out.
Man, that was all bad, man.
Yo. Oh, my God.
Was all bad.
Oh, my goodness, bro. That's insane, man.
Russell he's turned into Rodney Dangerfield.
Gets no respect, man.
No respect. Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Gets more respect than
Yeah.
Russell Wilson in New York right now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what's crazy is, when this season was starting, you had Russell Wilson and you had Tyrone Tracy as the quarterback and the starting running back. That's no more. You're what, 5 games into the season, 6 games into the season now, and it's Cam Scatterboo at the running back, and it's Jaxson Dart at the quarterback. Rookies.
Yeah.
It's the young guys.
And here's the thing. I don't even know how good Jaxson Dart is, but he's just giving them life, right? He's giving them energy. He's kind of just like picking up the morale of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like he represents like a breath of fresh air. So like the team rallies behind that. I don't know if anybody remembers earlier in the year, me going back and forth with DP, and I told DP, hey, that Giants defense is really good.
I remember you saying the Giants defense was really good. You said the front seven.
The front seven was really
Said the
good,
front seven.
and it's deflating when you go out there and you get a stop as a defense, but the offense can't do anything or can't sustain you or can't kind of come along for the ride, at least keep it competitive. Because after a while, you're trying to hold the levies.
I was about to say, I was waiting for you to say it. Come on.
Levies break,
The levies.
bro. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Come on, Alf. Yeah, man. Like I'm again, you know, Geno Smith a couple weeks ago, Geno Smith was in here getting all kinds of hate. And I just want to know, is there hate for for Jalen Hurts now? Right?
It's too early to hate Jalen Hurts. He's still coming off the Super Bowl. He's 1 year removed.
Okay.
You can't hate him right now.
Okay. Okay.
Now, there was a couple times, I will say this. There was when he overshot Smith on that long pass. I was
Clean pocket too.
huh?
Clean pocket. Clean pocket.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I was disappointed because it almost looked like a child trying to show how far he could throw the ball, as opposed to being accurate on at
Absolutely.
that particular moment. So
Hey,
I was disappointed.
and there was on the play where he threw the interception on the goal line.
Ah, man, I wish he would have went to Dallas Goddard.
And guess
Ah,
what? AJ Brown was coming across the middle wide open.
ah.
But you know who you like the quarterbacks that don't really challenge the middle of the field are the ones that don't really have that accuracy. So everything you throw has got to be outside. I'm throwing safe throws outside, just trying to you know get completions. But AJ Brown was wide open for a touchdown. He came across the middle, wide open for a touchdown in that play. Who knows who if it was already predetermined that he was going to go to number two, but damn man.
I it man, it seemed like a weird day, man. Like on the first drive,
Hmm.
Jackson Dart threw a pass, should have been intercepted on the
Yeah.
very first series. Seemed like
Yeah.
an easy interception and
Hmm.
was dropped. And what happened? It turned into a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they jumped on Philly fast, man. 13-3. They missed the extra point, so it was 13-3.
Philly still made it a game though.
They did. And
Even though
honestly, if I think if Jalen Hurts doesn't throw that interception in the red zone,
we're talking about a different game altogether.
absolutely, because at that point it was a 10-point game.
I mean, he had a few bonehead plays. Um he had a situation where he um before the half, he tried to run, didn't have any timeouts, didn't get the first down, couldn't spot the ball. It was just a weird,
Yeah,
weird situation.
it wasn't just him though, because then it was about to get the delay game, and then the Giants called a timeout.
Yeah.
It was the whole drill right before the half. That possession was bad all the way around,
Yeah.
and we were discussing it in the Discord. But I'm highlighting Alf's comments because Alf is really on your side right now with the stuff you said, man. Y'all done established a bond, man, since y'all done went on here and went live and discussed y'all
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
Yeah. 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 Hey, listen, man. Our engineer says something. He says the Eagles are extremely scheme dependent. Every time they lose their OC, they have a down year. But the funny thing is, you're you're if you're scheme dependent, it's got to be because you can't trust your quarterback. Like at some point in time, the $55 million quarterback, is going to have to make some plays that you know that require him to do more than run.
You,
So
you
a
know, the
lot
other thing that was crazy with this was how many times they did the tush push in a row. That
it's that that stinks of desperation. That's desperation. It's
That was
desperation.
crazy.
It's desperation.
4 tush
And
pushes in a row.
and KP, guess what? They were getting off the ball. They were false starting on that. They just
Yeah,
weren't caught.
yeah, they did. I did see a false start.
Um, you know,
An engineer
hey,
says, "Man, we know Jalen Hurts ain't a pocket passer. It is what it is, y'all. Y'all really, y'all really this dude."
hey man, I'm just saying, when the last time we spoke about Jalen Hurts, me and DP got into a little spirited back and forth because he said he hates the fact that people try and go against, and I can't even, the reason I'm mad DP's not here is because I want to have the conversation with DP. I don't feel right even discussing it without DP, except the shit just happened, right? DP says that he hates that people keep using the same talking points to discredit Jalen Hurts. My guy, you have Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Smitty, Dallas Goddard as a quarterback. You should be licking your chops. You can't be out there looking like Cam Ward, okay, who has Calvin Ridley and a bunch of guys that we never heard of before.
Some of those guys with Cam Ward are just dropping passes too.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You're talking about you look like Cam Ward, but you have all pros all over the place. You feel what I'm saying?
could
Like
this have, could this have been a bad game for Jalen Hurts, or is this
he's
is this a normal game for Jalen Hurts? Because this was his first interception this season. It came at a bad time, but he hasn't turned the ball over as far as throwing it away.
be he's very inaccurate when it comes to any passes beyond 10 yards downfield. They say is I think he's completing them at like 38%. So yeah, I'm putting him out of harm's way because nobody can catch him. The defender, my guy, I'm not even throwing the 50-50s. Nobody's is nobody going to catch him. So again, this is
And to your point, Alf Sucks in mock draft says he has 2 number ones. Talking about receivers, a top 3 running back, a great tight end, and an elite O line. That's what
now
he's saying in
now
terms of
now
Jalen
after
Hurts.
the O line is banged up right now. You know what I'm saying? I will say that, especially for a team that relies on the run, that relies heavily on running the ball. The O line is a little banged up, but if you're the guy, the same guy that outdueled Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls, I need you to be able to step up and make plays. I believe that the Eagles' 4 wins, they have won in spite of Jalen Hurts.
He was good against the Rams.
The second half,
He was good against
the
the Rams.
second half, to call it what it was. I think he had 10 yards in the first half. Like he only puts together 2 quarters of football when he does play. So this week it was, I guess, the first half, but it was really the second quarter because it was down 13-3 after the first quarter. They scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, and they pitched a shutout in the second half against the Cowboys again. If CeeDee Lamb brings his hands to the game,
Not Bong. They scored 10 points in the first quarter. They
who?
scored 10 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter.
Okay, so either way, they scored 17 points in the first half,
Yeah.
0 in the second half. Jalen Hurts is only putting together 2 quarters of football. In their 4 wins, it was good enough. It was good enough to get them 4 wins. But he had a defense he had a hellacious defense against the Rams that blocked the field goal.
The,
Right?
the running game didn't look good today, though. Saquon Barkley, 12 rushes, 58 yards. It didn't look good today.
I just whose fault is it, KP?
Uh, I just think it was a bad game.
against the Giants,
Yeah, I think the
divisional opponent.
the Giants came out in that first drive, shocked them, scored. The second drive, it was a missed tackle that led to another touchdown. And Philly just never found their footing. At some point, I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to turn around, and it never turned around.
Okay, man. I'm not. I don't. Comparison is a thief of joy, man. I'm not even trying to compare. I'm a Philly hater because I'm a Dallas fan,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But they play Minnesota, and I think Philly plays Minnesota next week. Another defensive, pretty good defensive coordinator in Brian Flores, who can confuse the hell out of Jalen Hurts. So you can blame it on the scheme, but at $55 million a year, I need you to just do the routine things, make the routine passes, right? Like the 1-8, the one to Devontae Smith. That's a touchdown. That's a walk-in touchdown.
That's a bad play. You gotta make that throw.
With a
I agree.
clean pocket.
I agree with you. You got to make that throw. But I'll say this though: Jalen Hurts isn't on the defensive side. Cam Scottaboo had 3 touchdowns.
But again, KP, you asked me, um, what, like, he's been winning like this, is it just a bad game? No, every now and again, your defense isn't gonna have it. In all his other games, in all their wins, the defense stepped up and did something to push you guys over the top. The defense won that Rams game. Now, the offense came along for the ride in the second half, but late in the game, it was the defense that pitched those stops, right? Blocked the field goal. I think they might have blocked 2 field goals that game. Like,
It did.
they affected that game. They won that game for you down the stretch. The Tampa Bay game that y'all won by 1 score. The defense won late, pitched the stop when Tampa Bay was driving with who everybody is calling the MVP of the league right now, Baker Mayfield. It was the Philadelphia defense that pitched the stop late to get you guys a win. So if you say, all right, let's entertain the argument.
Mm-hmm.
If you say that the defense was having a bad day today, when is it the offense's turn to uplift the defense and put them over the top? This team scored how many? The Giants scored how many? 37?
34.
34?
Which is the first time that someone has scored 30 points this year on the Philadelphia team.
I know a team that gave up 37 points to the Giants.
But they have the number 1 offense, right?
And the offense got to carry.
They got the number 1 offense. This team you're talking about.
Put it on my back.
Yeah.
And let's go. This is a 25-pound weight vest. You got to take that shit off, man. We carrying, we lifting weights, bro. So at what point in time is the Philadelphia offense going to assist the Philadelphia defense? I'm still with you, Cal.
Oh no. I'm that's a good question, man. They have the Giants in 2 weeks after they play Minnesota. Huh?
Who does?
Philly. Philly plays the Giants again in 2 weeks.
Oh, so I mean, in there,
and
if
I
now
think
what
they, I
happens?
think
Hold on, KP. And this one's gonna be in Philly. What happens if the Giants beat them again?
I don't think they are.
If they do,
then I think you got to start looking at restructuring your offense as far as your strategy goes and what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. I mean,
But I think Philly beats him at home. And Alf Sucks in mock draft said this too. He's like, if Jalen Carter's back, he's taking Philly.
Carter was out today.
Yeah, he was out. Yeah.
Oh, they thought they could get it done with. Hey, Jalen Carter, go rest up, man. We got you, man. We gonna go out here and trounce on these Giants real
Hey
quick.
man, you look, man. You sometimes you could have a bad week. You saw how the Giants looked against New Orleans last week. Jaxson Dart was terrible against New Orleans last week. It was bad.
Yeah.
And in a short week, man, he's the savior of New York now.
Bruce
You
Wayne.
Huh?
Bruce Wayne, and it's so funny.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm not gonna get into the cultural aspect of it, but it's so funny how when you hear the media, you listen to the commentators on Prime. I was also listening to part of the game in the car on NFL radio, and you hear them and Jaxson Dart's doing a jig and doing all the dances and doing all the this and the that. They love it. It's
Of
accepted, right?
course.
You know what I'm saying? It's refreshing to the game of football.
Just
My
like
boy
that damn
can't
chain. Just
my
like
boy
that
can't
damn chain he got a
my boy can't even put up one of these without having to write, you know what I'm saying, a 6-page essay about how he'll be better at practice. But that's neither here nor there, man. It's just cultural differences, and I see how that shit plays out. It's funny though. I just thought that was entertaining, man. Just like listening to how the media receives certain players, right?
Yeah. Look at the moxie on that guy.
They love Moxie, Aura, Mojo. Mojo's a big one. Love his Mojo. He's got Mojo. But they believe in him.
The
And that's the
coach.
start. The coach literally was trying to knock down the medical tent to get him out of there. I mean, I have never seen a coach who's still on offense and he calls the offensive plays, run over to the medical team.
Where the hell is Jaxson? Where the hell is Dart? He's darting to the he was darting to the medical tent. Hey coach, what play are we running?
I don't understand it, man.
Punt. It's first down, coach. I don't care.
I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it, man.
Man, did you see the fans when Jaxson Dart came back? How they were praising God.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Prayers answered.
I was like, oh my
Prayers
God.
answered. Russell Wilson came in there. You could tell on this, he only threw it was 2 plays he ran.
Did you see what he threw?
Third down, it looked tricky, even on the setup, right? I'm looking like y'all should just call a timeout because it looked tricky. And of course they let it play out. He dirted the ball.
No, it looked like it got tipped.
Oh,
No, I got tipped.
boy, the Boo Birds came out so quick.
Oh man, it was bad, man. It was bad.
Damn, Russell Wilson sitting there like, damn, why can't I be like Flacco and just get traded, man? I don't even want to be here no more. That's crazy, bro. That is so crazy. Nanya, what's good up? What's good with you, man? Coach, check the dartboard. Man, it's they believe in him. I don't know how good he is though, but they believe in him.
He can run. Nah, he can run.
But when you take that away, the Eagles did a terrible job of trying to take that away, right? So he threw for 180, and I'm not even going to give Jaxson Dart a hard time because he's playing without his top 2 wide receivers.
Yeah.
So imagine if he's doing everything that he's doing right now, and Cam Scatterboo's doing everything that he's doing right now, and he has Malik Neighbors. Oh my gosh!
Wait a minute, Bong. I asked this question after the Dallas game. I said, "Will Wanye Robinson put together another game like he did against the Cowboys?"
He did.
He sure did, man.
Wandale or Wanye.
Wanye, yeah.
Wanye.
Got busy.
Wow.
Not to be confused with the real Wanye from Philly,
Right.
from
For
Boys
boy,
to Men.
it was a bad day for Philadelphia, man. First off, the Dodgers put out the Phillies in the MLB playoffs um, to head to the NLCS or the National League Championship Series for those that don't indulge in baseball.
Shout out to them Dodgers.
And the Dodgers were the lower seed, I think, in both of the first two rounds of the playoffs. So they're doing this. You know, a lot of times the Dodgers coming to the playoffs, the high seed, but they've already they've already peaked. So by the time they come into the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, they're kind of on a decline and you kind of see them fizzle out.
Yeah.
It feels like they're kind of like ramping it up right
Now
now.
they're finding their stride.
Exactly. Hopefully that remains. But um, that's just what I'm saying. So bad game for the Phillies, and the Phillies lost on an error in the 11th inning. So it was a 1-1 game in the 11th inning, and I think somebody didn't cover a pit. Somebody didn't cover a hit at the right place, and Dodgers were able to score to get up out of there 2-1 in the closeout game. So shout out to the Dodgers, but back to the Eagles, man. It's gonna be a lot of slow singing
And
and
flower
flower
bringing.
if this shit keeps up, bro. Because again, we must be very careful about throwing around the word winner.
But I mean, he's a winner though. He won a Super Bowl.
Again, and I'll speak to what Engineer was saying earlier. He's I just saw his comment. He said Dave also saw his paycheck evaporate every time Dart went. But Philadelphia has to build the perfect O line, 2 Pro Bowl and All Pro wide receiver, an All Pro running back, and a top tier defense to surround your quarterback.
And this is the comment that you're talking about from Engineer.
That's not love.
You know,
That's not love.
one other thing is,
Anyway,
one other thing, man, that New York has to do a better job of. You can't let Jaxson Dart get hit like that.
that's his style of play, though.
He's taking way too many hits.
That's his style of play.
Oh, man, yeah.
That's his style of play. So it's the same thing that they said about Jaden Daniels from the Commanders.
Yeah.
That's Jaxson Dart's style of play. So you take that away from him, you kind of limit what he can do. And I'm not mad that he's even doing all the running around because you are devoid of weapons. Jaxson Dart had no business being in this game. He literally willed them offensively to a win with little to no talent. But now the folks in New York believe, man, it's a rallying cry, something to rally the troops around. And again, NFC is wide open. NFC is wide open. You know, NFC is wide open. There are no, if you want to say that there's a team, we could talk about Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has been doing the same thing the Eagles have been doing, winning on, less than a touchdown, last drive of the game. They've just done it a lot more impressive as far as offense goes. Their games are much easier on the eyes. Right?
You're feeling the tushy,
because they're not
pushy. Yeah.
not pushing tushes 4, 5, 7 times in a row. Baker Mayfield is out there actually dealing. I would say that as much flack as I gave him, and I know DP is going to run He's going to run this back when he gets here. As much flack as I've given the Detroit Lions on both sides of the ball, they've been the most consistent. When it comes to strong offense, strong defense. With the Cowboys, it's sad because the Cowboys are actually the number one offense in the league, the 32nd ranked defense in the league.
Mm.
As an ownership group, as a team, as a front office, you see that the NFL is wide open right now. There is no favorite. It's anybody's race. You have the best offense in football right now.
Minus your number one receiver.
At any given point in time,
Yeah.
minus starting offensive linemen.
Yeah.
You have a dude that your running back is you pay $3
There's a price of the Buick.
Exactly. The number 3 running back in football right now. Like, if they had half a brain or if they gave half a fuck, they would go and sign somebody on defense to bring the defense along because, again, you're asking your offense to be perfect. You cannot afford to punt. Every drive must be a scoring drive.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a team because your defense is going to give it right back up. We talk about that Giants game that the Cowboys beat them in overtime.
Yeah.
When the Cowboys went up, I think they took the lead in that game, or was that Green Bay? I can't remember which one because they were both overtime games.
It was the Giants.
One of those games, I think the offense scored with like 45 or 50 seconds.
That was against the Giants.
And they had 25 seconds left after the Giants scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that was the Giants. Yeah.
Y'all niggas really gonna give it back in a quarter?
Yeah.
A quarter? 25 seconds?
That was the Giants. And wait, man, for the records, what did what did Jerry Jones say? You could get a Buick for $5,000. Because that's what he got Javonte Williams for.
A Buick? A deuce and a quarter?
He got the Buick for $5,000. That's the running.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Jerry Jones for telling the motherfucker, fuck you. He was like, what? You right there.
Not you.
NFL shot him a little $250,000 fine like that was supposed to do something.
Hey man, did you see the punch?
Which punch?
The coach from the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. Man, that's been a point of discussion all week. I'll let you give your take first, KP.
Well, I did the short, but I forgot the guy's name. What's
DeMercado.
Huh?
DeMercado was the running back.
No, I know DeMercado. I know it was Imari DeMercado.
Gannon.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gannon actually punched him twice. Looked like he hit him twice on the video.
Yeah. So
DeMercado breaks off a long run. Looks like he's about to score a touchdown. Does the Deshaun Jackson celebration. Drops it on the goal line.
Man, it looked like he crossed too. It looked like he crossed and he had the ball in his hand, but again.
Yeah, Jonathan Gannon. Yeah, so DeMercado is getting chewed out. That iced the game. So yeah. Arizona had a chance to ice the game twice. That was the first one that would have iced the game. The second one was the interception that turned into a fumble and turned into a touchdown recovery, a fumble recovery in the end zone for Tennessee.
That was just when momentum has switched and it's gone the other way.
Yeah.
The class act, Demeter, I thought you was gonna play with my frog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. And Demeter told him, "Yo, frog ain't hopping my way, this or something or whatever." That's what it was.
Your frogs
That's
ain't hopping my way. It's a new tadpole in town.
there you go. All that. So again, when momentum decides to switch, man, it's almost you can feel everything that's about to happen. You
Yeah.
can see the shift in momentum, and it's really about do teams recognize it and are they willing to seize those moments? It's what happened in week one with Buffalo and the Ravens. I think
Yeah.
those were a momentum shift, and you could feel it every single move that happened. Yes, they're going to go 3-and-out. Then Buffalo's going to get the ball, hit every key pass, every third down, you know what I'm saying? Like you just felt it. Like this is about to be a score. So anyway,
But Gannon, so he gets mad. He walks up on him. He chews him out, punches him the first time.
mhm,
Looked like DeMercado kind of ate the punch, and
yep,
then he gave him another punch, and then
yep.
walked away. My thought is that where are you able to do that in any profession where your boss, your manager is able to put tips on you, put their hands on you, and you got to sit there and take it? Like what kind of mentality is that?
And
And
over the last week, since it happened on Sunday, I've heard James Harrison, formerly of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mhm.
I've heard Joe Hayden. He has James Harrison has a podcast with Joe Hayden, formerly of the Cleveland Browns. I've heard TJ Houshmandzadeh. I've heard a bunch of people kind of weigh in on, hey man, if that was me, get my bail money ready, or I
Yeah,
was fired on him.
absolutely.
And the funny thing about it is, all you hear, the people you hear saying it are the big name players, the guys that were somebodies in this league, right? So there's two things. A coach more than likely isn't going to do that to you because at some point in time in your career, you guys were probably bigger than the coach, right? I mean, unless you're talking about James Harrison and Mike Tomlin, but Mike Tomlin has too much respect for the game of football to do something like that.
Yeah.
You have to put yourself in Amari DiMercado's shoes. Does Amari DiMercado have the cachet? Does he have the skins on the wall? Does he have the time invested to be able to really? He did what was best for his career because now, if if the coach does not touch you, you have the costly fumble. There's a good chance you get cut after the game.
Yes.
By default, they almost have to keep you now, right? Because the coach was in the wrong.
Yeah.
So he played the game the way he felt he had to. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets more touches this week because now the coach, everybody's looking at him like the bad guy. But if you're not Amari DiMercado, let's say your name is Jalen Hurts, right? For lack of a better player, or Josh Allen. Does that happen?
No.
Will your coach even do something like that to you, regardless of what you do?
No.
Exactly.
No.
But if he
I
does,
mean, you could use Deshaun Jackson because Deshaun Jackson did that. Or who was the receiver for the Colts that just recently did that?
what was his name?
Like
The number 2 receiver behind Pittman. I'm looking at, I can see the face and everything.
yeah,
Anyway,
like
I know who you're talking about.
yeah, but that didn't happen to him.
Yeah, exactly. So, DiMercado did what was best. Did what was best for his career. Thank you. Adonai Mitchell was
Yeah.
the player, but
Absolutely.
again, he did what was best for his career in that moment because who knows how it would have ended, right? But the coach was definitely in the wrong.
as weird as it sounds, as weird as this sounds, when you say that he did what was best for his career and he's getting assaulted, I can't help but think about the young player in the NBA that played for the Detroit Pistons or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was on that two-way contract and was sitting on the bench. I don't remember if it was Detroit or who it was. And
Mm-hmm.
he's getting groped by another NBA player. I think you remember it.
Oh
I'm trying
yeah.
not to say names.
Yeah.
But he's sitting on the bench and he gets groped and he's sitting there and it's I talked to some people that were coaches in the G League and they were like, man, that's a two-way guy. He's sitting there fighting for his career.
He can't like
So he's trying not to, he just gotta sit there and kind of take it.
because if you take off on one of the stars of the team,
Yeah.
now you out the league and no one cares. Maybe you get on a podcast 10 years from now and tell somebody about it, but you just trying to remain on a roster. It's like the Diddy shit, right? Like, nah, man, like I need this money. So I'm just gonna have to deal with the shit, whatever. But before we get too far off
Absolutely, Scotty boy. Yeah. That situation. Yes.
yeah. But before we get too far off topic, do you remember Travis Kelce had a little shoving match or something with Andy Reid? Obviously, in the heat of the battle, in those type of games, shit can get out of hand. The coach to lose his cool like that is really the funny thing about it is that it's a young coach's thing because they're overly emotional. You talk
Yeah.
about older coaches, you talk about Andy Reid, you talk about Mike Tomlin, you talk about some of these old war veterans. They done been in so many wars, they done seen that shit a few
Yeah.
times already. So it doesn't have the same shock value as it does to a Gannon who's a younger coach. He's damn near fighting for his job,
Oh,
right?
he is.
Like,
He
you talk about what's my man over here in New York, Gannon fighting for his
Yeah.
shit. Too. Like, man, I got to deal with Kyler Murray punk ass. I got to deal with Marvin Harrison who all of a sudden got the drops, and now I got to deal with this. Come on,
My running backs is out.
hey,
I
we only put you in there because we had to.
yeah.
Hey, this the R. Kelly joint. I'm fighting for my life.
Absolutely.
Hey, you got all these coaches on the hot seat.
They're
Hey,
trying
keep
to
up the
find a
R.
way to get rid of. He done lost 3 games by field goals, 3 games in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he knows that the perception becomes, hey man, we're right there. We just need a new voice that's going to help us get over the hump. You can't get it done. So in the game where it's like, man, we finally getting it done.
Yeah.
I have to overcome my star players doing this shit. I can't take it out on Kyler Murray. I can't take it out on Marvin Harrison Jr. DeMercado, you're somebody I can take it out on. And I think he just went a step too far, but it's the heat of the battle.
He doubled down on it though. He
He was pissed, bro. Like, I might not have a job next week fucking with you. Like, for real, I may not be here. I'm looking at Mike McDaniel in Miami. I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, Brian Daboll in New York. I'm looking at a lot of places where it's like, damn, man, I could be right next to that person fighting for my job. I'm just hoping to stay off of ESPN, Fox Sports, keep me out the news cycle. I just want to keep my head down and try and stack wins. If I could win one, lose one, the fans would be okay with that, especially in the NFC that's wide open. So now the Cardinals are what, 2-3?
yes.
Y'all could easily be 3-2 in the NFC that's wide open. Y'all could easily be 4-1 in the NFC that's wide open. And he's sitting here like, why me? Nigga, why me? Of all the people.
I'm trying to stay off ESPN.
Right?
And he's got the highlight punches. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but man, that was a cold situation though. I'll say that.
Other thing that happened recently, right, is the move with Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts in terms of Cleveland You know, they had 4 quarterbacks. They actually had 5 quarterbacks in the beginning. And of the 4 active quarterbacks, it seemed like Shador was number 4. And you end up making a cut to Kenny Pritchett. Damn, Pickett. I'm about to call him
Pickett got
Pritchard.
traded to the
I'm about
Raiders.
to call him Pritchard. Kenny Pickett.
Gets traded to the Raiders.
Yeah. Then you get rid of. Now you get rid of Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, who like Scotty, Al Sexton mock draft says Joe Flacco is going to die on the field, like my boy from Any Given Sunday.
Cap Rooney.
Cap Rooney, man.
Yeah, they sent Cap Rooney on to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Now you have 2 quarterbacks in the room. You've got, Shador, and you've got Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Will Shador see the field this year?
He should, but it seems like, and I think TJ Houshmandzadeh spoke on this a little while ago. It seems like the Browns are trying to break Shador's confidence. It's like they're trying to, so now he was 4th on the depth chart. You traded the second guy on the depth chart, the guy that used to be number 1, but I guess became number 2 on the. So you traded all these people away. You keep Shador there. Now it's only 2 quarterbacks in the building, and you say, hey, man, you know what? We're not sure if Shador is going to be the number 2. We may elevate Bailey Zappi to be the number 2 to keep Shador as the emergency quarterback. Wow. At this point, just release him, man. Release him. Let him go. Wow. Even if he isn't claimed, even if no one else picks him up, even if he rides off into the sunset and he does social media shit with his dad, y'all making a bigger spectacle out of the Shador shit than it needs to be because y'all keep carrying on like the bullshit. And it's clear to me, you guys definitely want to pay. I'm looking at the comments. You guys definitely want to protect Dylan Gabriel, but you guys have no intentions, 0 intentions of protecting your young rookie quarterback in Shador Sanders. Like, if he's not going to be on the active roster, put him on. See, but if they put him on the practice squad, someone can claim him.
Yeah,
they're fucking with him.
Yeah,
they have yet to put him on the. If Bailey Zappi was a better option than Shador, why did you not have Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Bailey Zappi as the emergency quarterback and Shador on the practice squad? And then when you went to Dylan Gabriel and put Joe Flacco as the backup, Bailey Zappi as the emergency quarterback, and Shador on the practice squad. They know that they have to keep him as the emergency quarterback because if he goes to the practice squad, he's not guaranteed to stay on the roster.
He's also their cash cow.
Exactly.
You can't get rid of the cash cow. And speaking of that cash cow, Alf Sucks in mock draft said that the Cleveland Browns are paying 8 quarterbacks.
8 quarterbacks. Yes.
These are the 8 quarterbacks that they're paying this year.
Yeah. Jameis Winston in New York is getting paid $2.2 million. Joe Flacco, who's in Cincinnati, is getting paid $1 million. Bailey Zappi, who is apparently number 2 on a depth chart because Shador is getting paid $1 million to be an emergency quarterback, a 3rd string emergency quarterback who's not good enough to be a backup, but not bad enough to be on a practice squad because they don't want someone else to poach him. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, DTR.
Wow.
And Kenny Pickett getting 8 bands.
Wow.
Kenny Pickett getting 8 racks.
8K. That sounds like a camera. That 8K. That ain't even money. That's a video camera. Yeah, man, we got that 8K.
The Browns are a mess, man. The Browns are a mess. But that's why, again, remember, we talked about it a few shows ago, the perception of Baker Mayfield. The perception of Baker Mayfield was skewed because he was a Cleveland Brown. And everything that goes over there is just like their brown-ass uniform. Shitty.
I will say, though, man, Odell Beckham Sr., that damn highlight.
He didn't do him no favors, huh?
That shit was so funny.
It was good till it wasn't, bro. It was good till it wasn't.
I remember there was a running back in the day that got drafted by the Browns. You remember Trent Richardson?
Yeah, from Bama.
Yeah, stunk with the Browns.
Went there to die.
That was
Yeah.
that was another situation. Then
The
it was a
only
thing
person,
like they start talking about his eyesight, like he couldn't see the hole,
yeah.
and they had the low lights of him. The hole was here, and he's running the wrong way. Like, oh
The
man,
only person that's been able to avoid whatever voodoo or whatever witch's brew has played the Cleveland Browns,
Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett. That motherfucker got that what's that? Vibranium.
Yeah, and
He
my
got
bad.
that.
Orlando Pender said I'm wrong. That Trent Richardson didn't stink with the Browns; he stunk with the Colts.
What oh shit. Or he's a Brown he's a Colts fan too. That's funny. Orlando
Okay,
was
my
good.
bad. My bad, Orlando Pinner.
Was good, was good, was good. Hey, Orlando, what I'm looking like today? Every time Orlando get on the stream, be like, oh man, Bong looking like somebody uncle today. He looking like Tyrone today. Who I'm looking like today?
Oh man, he said it's a good night for you, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Orlando Pinner
I
came in talking about it's a good night for you, man.
appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you.
And Alf said, man, that voodoo obviously doesn't mess with Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
Have
man.
you seen that man?
That dude is that dude is crazy. Shit's wild as hell. But man, what are some of the matchups that we're looking at this weekend? We only got a few teams on by. I think it's Texans that we back on Monday night next week, and I think it's
So this week, who do we have?
I know don't the Rams play a marquee game?
The
No,
Rams.
Kansas City plays.
The Rams got Baltimore.
No. I think it might be the 49ers then.
49ers have Tampa Bay.
Okay, that's the marquee game.
Detroit, Kansas City.
Kansas City. That's the marquee game.
Yeah.
Free my man Rasheed Rice, man. He'll be back next week.
We'll see what I want to see what Seattle does with Jacksonville. Especially Jacksonville coming off that win.
He said looking like he just got some cutty. Little shine, smell my finger. You know what I mean? But man, it's gonna be some good matchups this weekend. We just wanted to pop in real quick and just talk a little shit. As a Cowboys fan, you know I'm popping my shit.
Come on, engineer. Don't do that. Don't do that, engineer. You know that is not a good matchup, man.
No. Those are the 2 bye weeks. The Vikings.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, wait, that is not.
Texans were on I know the Texans were on a bye. I couldn't remember the second team, but yeah, those are 2 teams on bye. But yeah, man. So,
all right, man. Well,
anyway, we just want to pop on here, talk a little shit, man.
Let me get these balloons going.
We miss you, bro. We'll be back. We'll be back at it on Sunday. And I'll reserve my comments for LeBron James, who's gonna be out for 3 to 4 weeks, apparently, with sciatica.
You said sciatica. That's sciatica. Yeah. I got that sciatica.
Yes, indeed, man.
All right. Well, yeah.
Y'all boys be easy, man. We out.
Peace.